Hard to believe it's been 10 years.
Group insurance, Aetna. Lou, what is this?
Employees are going to have the best.
But you've got no employees. You don't need Aetna. You need a decent suit.
That's the only trouble with you, Bud. You're afraid to dream.
My business was next door to his. I saw it all. Oh, he took risks, but he'd always take the trouble to learn who was best at something. He'd store that away, and then when he needed it, there was Aetna. They had the strength to back him up. His insurance, his financing, his health plans.
Aetna, I'm glad I met ya.
Work with the best in the business. That's how Lou does it. Your people, the spirit, all of it, the best.
And one more best, my friend. Best country.
I hate to drive in the rain.
Really? That's when I trust my Michelins the most.
Michelins? You think they're worth it?
Even when the weather's fine, I'm glad I got Michelin tires.
I'd rather save the money.
Some things in life are more important.
Could we take your car to pick up the kids?
I insist.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
John Updike called it a lyric little bandbox, and it's been home to the Red Sox since 1912, and without a World Championship banner since 1918. The Babe, Tris Speaker, and Jimmy Fox wore Red Sox uniforms here. From this mound, Lefty Grove pitched for Boston, and it was here that Ted Williams authored his 406 season in 41. And Yaz led the drive to an impossible dream pennant in 67. Here, 11 years ago tonight, Carlton Fisk's home run beat Cincinnati, and then 3 years later, a day of decision homer by Bucky Dent broke hearts all over New England. This is Fenway Park, and this is Game 3 of the 1986 World Series. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Costas. A surprisingly mild evening for Game 3 as the Red Sox continue their pursuit of their first World Series championship in 68 years. As game time approaches, the temperature is around 60 degrees. Now, the heavily favored Mets, down 0-2, can take some solace from history. Since 1955, 14 times teams have found themselves behind 0-2 after the first 2 games of the series. And on 8 occasions, the team trailing has come back to win it all, including last year when Kansas City climbed off the deck against St. Louis. Trying to breathe some life back into his team, Davey Johnson hands the ball to former Boston left-hander Bob Ojeda tonight. He was 18-5 this year for New York. He's opposed by Red Sox right-hander Oil Can Boyd, who was 16-10. Marv Albert joins us now, and Marv, you had a chance to speak with both these pitchers.
Right, Bob. Both are intriguing subjects. Oil Can Boyd, the focus of national attention for his off-the-field explosives during the course of the season, and Ojeda, as a member of the Red Sox, had rocky moments with both manager John McNamara and also with the Boston press. Following 5 years with the Red Sox, Ojeda was dealt to the Mets last November, turned it around, the 18 victories, ERA 2.57, easily his best in the major leagues. And he's going against former teammate Dennis Oil Can Boyd, who went through a turbulent season to win a career high of 16 games. It's been a long way back for Boyd, passed over for the All-Star team once again, a mid-season suspension, and then he was voluntarily hospitalized, a string of emotional flare-ups, including this outburst.
All right, you were quoted back in August saying, "I'm overly emotional, I'm too sensitive, I sometimes act like I'm from another planet." Are you still on that other planet?
No, I didn't came back down to earth, At that period of time, it's just a hard thing to explain right here and right now that how I felt or whatever, but it wasn't so much of anger. It was, hey, I was hurt, and regardless of what, it showed anger after a while, but when it first came up, I was hurt. And, I've came back down to earth. I realized that you can't change things that are irrelevant. You got to live with a lot of things, and most of the things you have to live with don't go your way.
Are you looking at this World Series opportunity as a chance to avenge the 2 All-Star Game snubs?
Not so much as. It's a different time. It's for a different cause. And it's very much a team effort right now. And the All-Star thing, like I said, was a little bit selfish. But all in all, right now, the World Series is the most important thing right now in my life, and going out pitching Game 3 would be as equal as accept that.
In our continuing search to delve into the pertinent issues of the day, we present a word association drill with Bob Ojeda, starting with Fenway Park.
Former neighborhood.
Okay, how about the Green Monster?
Close.
Boston manager John McNamara.
Helpful.
Honest answer, Boston manager John McNamara.
Well, he traded me, and he got here, and I got here. So, you know, I don't have any hard feelings, none whatsoever. I'll tell you what, I'll get into this a little bit then. I think it boils down to difference in philosophies, difference in just the way we went about our lives, you know, because behind the uniforms and behind the hats and behind the faces, there's individuals and there's individual characteristics. Some individuals, you know, are thinking alike and get along pretty well. And we didn't have, you know, we weren't like total enemies or anything like that, but we did have differences without a doubt.
Boston Press.
Tough.
Fair?
It can't. Some. I don't want to group them. You know, I don't want to group them because I don't think it's fair. You know, I think there's some that are very negative, and there's some that are positive, and there's some that are you know, pretty much indifferent. And you know, unless this is Russia, you're going to have that. You're going to have the difference in ways of reporting.
Want to name names?
No.
This interview.
Long, tedious, boring.
Ojeda with a feeble attempt at lashing back. In a moment, Bob Costas will visit a popular Boston watering hole. We'll be right back.
NBC Sports presents the World Series, an inside look brought to you by Aetna, the insurance people. Work with the best in the business. And by Taco Bell, the cure for the common meal. And by Michelin. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Managing information means storing it, finding it, and moving it from A to B. When that meant linking 800 miles of Alaskan pipeline, they called Contel. When it meant matching orders to inventory at the Stoneham Lumber Company, they called Contel. Small business or tall order, Contel can help you manage information better, too. For Contel, I'm Charlton Est.
Yo, Samson. Lunch. I need a burger like I need another haircut.
Tired of the same routine? Introducing the new Double Beef Burrito Supreme from Taco Bell. It's got twice as much beef as our regular Burrito Supreme for a bigger, beefier taste.
Whoa! Where can I get another one?
They're new at Taco Bell.
Great. I'm out of here.
The new Double Beef Burrito Supreme, only at Taco Bell. The cure for the common meal.
Oh, the dilemma of choosing the right pregame show. She demands predictions, he the latest scoop. We in NBC Sports suggest you put as much thought into selecting a pregame show as you did when choosing your friends. Possibly more. NFL 86, the one you'll choose.
Welcome back to Fenway Park. You know, whenever a city hosts a World Series, a Super Bowl, any big sports event, it's almost standard procedure to visit a local sports bar and see how the real fans are reacting to it all. Well, it just so happens that here in Boston, one of the most popular pubs is owned by former Red Sox pitcher Sam Malone. So I stopped by. You know, it's been a few years since Sam Mayday Malone last towed the slab at Fenway, savoring the cheers of those fans. Nowadays, this is where he spends most of his time. He's the owner of the popular sports bar Cheers right here in Boston. Mayday, how you doing?
I'm great, Bob. How about yourself?
Well, I'm...
Short, cute, and lucky I'm free tonight.
Carla, please.
I'm trying to.
Just, no.
Listen, Sam, you were a pretty good fireman in your day.
Yeah.
Let's suppose you were still pitching for the Sox. How'd you work against a team like the Mets? How would you handle them?
Very carefully, Bob.
Yeah, Sam. Listen, let's talk about a specific situation, all right?
Good.
Man on third, ninth inning. It's the tying run. Gary Carter's at the plate. How do you pitch him?
Well, all right. Now, he's very powerful. He's driven a lot of runs in this season, and he's damn near as good looking as I am.
Sorry, Sam.
No, that's all right. Anyway, well, I'd probably, with Gary, I'd stick with the hard stuff, you know, high and tight.
I don't, who would know better than you? Because, you
Well, you know, I could always throw him some of my breaking stuff, low and away.
Old curveball.
Get him downtown. You're the boss, Sammy.
Well, all right, you know, if the situation called for it, I could always fool him with my off-speed pitcher.
That's an option.
Hey, listen, wait, you know, if you guys know so much, what would you pitch him? Come on. No, not you.
Excuse me, Sam. Hi. I like you so much better than that Bert Fussberger guy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Anyway, you know, I may not be that familiar with baseball, but I remember you said that if you got in a tight spot, you'd go to your money pitch.
Money pitch?
Yeah, you know, when you put the dollop of Vaseline on the ball to make it do strange things. Isn't that clever?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't want to hear
Or what about when you did the tricks with the sandpaper?
Listen, why don't you just fill that up with olives, will you, please? Well, now it isn't here. Just go on, get away, will you, please? Go on. Waitresses, they're all comedians.
Yeah, well, Sam, thanks so much for these key pitching insights.
That's all right. Listen, Bob, I want you to know that I have never, ever even thought about pitching that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Fine, Sam. Good. Well, fans, now we all know what Mayday Malone would be doing if he were on the mound tonight. From Cheers, I'm Bob Costas, NBC Sports.
My number.
Sorry, Bob. Carla asked me to deliver this to another party of the U.S. Army.
Fine, Marv. You know, the old jokes are the best. Marv recalling his old vaudeville days. Well, now it's time to meet the lineups, and that brings us to a guy who's been around here at Fenway Park almost as long as the Green Monster, the venerable PA announcer, Sherm Feller.
Thank you, Bob Costas. And now for the starters of the National League champion New York Mets. The manager, number 5, David Johnson. Leading off, he batted .304 to lead the Mets in the championship series. Number 4, center fielder, Lenny Dykstra. Batting second, he led the Mets with a .320 batting average this season. Number 6, second baseman, Wally Backman. Batting third, he had 7 hits, 3 RBIs in the championship series. Number 17, first baseman, Keith Hernandez. Batting fourth, he led the Mets with 105 RBIs this season. Number 8, the catcher, Gary Carter. Batting fifth, he hit 27 homers this season. Added 2 in the championship series. Number 18, right fielder, Carroll Strawberry. Batting sixth, he had the game-winning RBI in the final game of the championship series. Number 32, correction 22, third baseman Ray Knight.
Come on. Let's go down.
Batting seventh, he led the Mets with a .300 average and 8 RBIs as a pinch hitter. Number 25, designated hitter, Danny Heath. Batting 8, he batted .289 for the Mets this year. Number 1, left fielder, Mookie Wilson. Batting 9th, he batted .280 in the last 33 games of the season. Number 3, the shortstop, Rafael Santana. Pitching, warming up in the bullpen, he was the Mets' top winner with a record of 18-5. Number 19, pitcher Bob Ojeda. There they are, the National League champion New York Mets. And now for the starting lineup of the American League champion Boston Red Sox. The manager, number 1, John McNamara. Leading off, He led the American League in hitting with a .357 average. Number 26, third baseman Wade Boggs. Batting second, the most valuable player in the American League Championship Series, number 17, second baseman Marty Barrett. Batting third, he knocked in 102 runs this season, number 6, first baseman Bill Buckner. Batting fourth, he had 2 home runs, 6 RBI in the Championship Series. Number 14, left fielder Jim Wright. Batting fifth, he had 31 homers, 94 RBIs this season. Number 25, the designated hitter, Don Baylor. Batting sixth, he hit 26 home runs this season. Number 24, right fielder, Dwight Evans. Batting seventh, he hit .357 in the Championship Series. Number 10, Red Sox catcher, Rich Gedman. Batting eighth, his dramatic homer turned the Championship Series around for Boston. Number 40, center fielder, Dave Henderson. Batting ninth, he batted .429 in the Championship Series. Number 5, shortstop, Spike Owen. Warming up in the bullpen, and tonight's starting pitcher, the winner of the 6th game of the Championship Series, number 23, Dennis Oil Can Boyd. Here they are, the American League champion Boston Red Sox. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Massachusetts Air National Guard. And now to honor America, the Red Sox and the Mets, ask you to join actress Sandra Santiago of the hit TV series Miami Vice in the singing of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
We mentioned that several teams have rebounded from 0-2 deficits to win the World Series, but the Mets come in tonight mindful of the fact that no team has ever lost the first 3 and then come back to win. Now this from NBC News.
Hi, this is Bob Lobel at Fenway Park. The stage is set The action is about to begin. The Red Sox and Mets in Game 3 of the World Series. Oil Can Boyd against former Red Sox lefty Bobby Ojeda. There'll be a capacity crowd here tonight and millions watching at home on NBC. I hope you have an opportunity to enjoy the game. Join us following the game for live interviews from the Red Sox clubhouse. I'm Bob LaBelle from Fenway Park. Have fun tonight.
I think my parents are really great.
I love them. They're pretty good.
Well, they're in the viewing area, so I love them dearly.
My parents were very sensitive. They were very encouraging.
I love my parents. My parents are cool, too.
No matter how old you are, you're still somebody's kid. For kids' sake is for all of us.
What could possibly travel faster than the Logan Express bus to the airport? Call 1-800-23-LOGAN.
If you think these gifted children have nothing in common with your child, well, stop the music. Because you can help bring out the best in all our kids. Talents waiting to be tapped, as close as the gleam in a child's eye. Watch Great Expectations for Kids' Sake, Monday at 8 on TV4.
We both use the same laundry.
I got taken to the cleaners.
We both got the same barber.
But I got clipped. We both bought new wardrobes.
And she got soaked. I'm Greg Stone. Why should women tolerate sexual discrimination at the cash register? Join me for our Eyewitness News series, The High Cost of Being Female.
October 29th at 6 on WBZ TV4.
Bob Crane has trouble telling right from wrong. After 22 years, he thinks Democrats should look the other way and vote the party line. He's used our money as though it were his own. Now he's using his party to save his job. That's wrong. As a former Democrat, I know it's not just Republicans and independents who want to close the books on corruption. Listen, Bob, whether Democrats, Republicans, or independents, we in Massachusetts believe in honest government.
Highlights and reaction to Game 3 of the World Series after the ball game.
Game 3 of the 1986 World Series is brought to you by Aetna, the insurance people. Work with the best in the business. By Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. By Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered for real draft smoothness. It's beer at its best. And by UPS, for express delivery to Europe and throughout the United States, UPS runs the tightest ship in the shipping business. Hi, everybody. I'm Vin Scully, and welcome to Game 3 of the World Series. Can you believe it? There are two